This week's been a little difficult. In all honesty, it's been ups and downs and all around. My family. Well, I was sick. My partner, she was out of town. So I had our kid by ourselves or by myself, and it really. I think it was more difficult than I anticipated to take care of a 3-year-old. Well, you're not feeling that great. Anyway, my partner came back into town from her business trip. Uh, my sickness went forward, and then my daughter got sick, and then my partner got sick, and then it's just been a week of surviving. Um, and because it's been a week of surviving, the topic that I was going to discuss today is not exactly coherent. So this is more of a ramble, I guess. But my 3 wins this week. Despite not feeling well, I've continued to do journaling, and I've continued to do a lot of introspection, and I really have grown to love and appreciate what that does with your with your being, with your body, with mentality, everything. It's phenomenal. It's one of the highlights of my week. Um, I finished 2 library books almost in a day. Yeah, they were due yesterday. At the time of recording this, they were due yesterday, and so I stayed up until probably 11 o'clock last night, reading them all to get them in a day late. Oops. Sorry, library, but I finished both library books in basically a single sitting. That's something I haven't been able to do since I was in school. So that was really kind of fun. And then the third one today, after being sick and after all of that, I still went to the gym and I still was able to walk 4 kilometers in 45 minutes, which I know is not great. I know some of you may be watching this and be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I run a 5 kilometer race in 20 minutes or whatever. Solid. I'm not a runner, but I think that's pretty good for me, and I feel okay about it. The one failure this week was needles still freak me out. You would think, I mean, I've got a degree in biology. Needles should not freak me out, but they do. I went in for blood labs this week, and there's just something about it. This getting poked, and I remember when I was in my immunology lab when I was in college, when I was in university. We did our own red blood cell counts because of the nature of the lab. We didn't have the proper stuff to work with donor blood, so we did our own red blood cell counts. And like sitting here, like it just brings me back the anticipation of pricking your own finger, and the anticipation of putting the IV in, and the anticipate I don't know what it is, but I hate needles. And I think it's really funny that I went into biology with a focus on the microbiome, being afraid of needles, because like that's what I learned how to do, and that was most of my schooling. Anyway, I digress. Those are my 3 wins and my 1 loss. I know it's a little all over the place today. I just, it's hard when you're not feeling well. But 3 weeks of trying to live a better life, and I have to admit that's really kind of fun and kind of cool. So if you're still here, what were your wins this week? Share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them, and I'd love to cheer you on as you all are cheering me on.